Good evening, members of the board. It's my first time speaking before the board, so I apologize. But I'll try to be concise and quick. I woke up this morning at 4:30 so that I'd have time to go work out to help alleviate the effects of stress on my body that come from being a teacher. I had to be home by 6:10 to help my wife get out the door to her position as a teacher at Bayside High School. Then it was up to me to feed and clothe and create lunches and get out the door my two daughters by 7:30 so I could drop them off at preschool and my brand new kindergartner who just started at Lakeview Fundamental. And then from there I drive straight to Pinellas Secondary School to be there by 8:50 for our middle school hour start time for our high school students. I teach all day in a school that is underfunded, understaffed, and overcrowded with all the students that the rest of the schools in this county do not want. At this school, I teach reading. Emphasis on the quotations because it's a class that I have been told is simply, quote, test prep to get them to pass the FSA, a course where the county no longer trusts the teachers, so we now have our whole curriculum written out for us day by day in giant binders that are handed to us at the beginning of each quarter. I fill out feedback forms for 504s, IEPs, and threat assessments. I monitor students' physical and mental health on watch for drug overdoses, signs of suicidal ideation, or simply anger and fear that can explode into physical violence in a single breath. I also try to expand their worldview, teach them to rekindle a love of reading that was ground out in the 5th grade, and show them that kindness really can make a difference. And what do I and my fellow teachers, both here and across the state, get for it? A deep well of disrespect from our superiors, politicians, and governing bodies, and a level of pay that is so dismal that even though my wife and I both teach, I still work 2 other jobs 4 to 5 nights a week so that we can afford to be teachers. To put a nice serendipitous bow on this morning while making breakfast, my 5-year-old was sitting at the table drawing. She's obsessed with drawing, loves to draws all the time right now, right? Draws everything. And she says to me, just out of the blue, Daddy, when I grow up, I want to be a teacher who teaches art. I smiled at her and I told her, that would be awesome. You would be so great at teaching kids how to draw. And in my head, all I could think was, please don't let her become a teacher. As the gentleman on the dais said earlier, it's because of the tax structure in this state. Well, then the tax structure in this state is broken, and it needs to be fixed. And it starts with the people who represent us. The millage rate in this county used to be 9.35, which if that was still the millage rate today would be $247 million extra dollars in this county's budget. Okay? I understand that it's the legislatures, but you are the voice between us because we do not have the legal right to go on strike and protest directly to the state.